Excellent, okay. Bramble, lie down. I'll cut that bit off. Lie down. Hello, Mark.
Hi,
It's
how are you
good
doing?
to see you. Good.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yes.
And you've been off all over the place.
Yes. Many places.
Many places.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your highlight?
Well, okay, so Samothraki is definitely a highlight.
Yeah.
Samothraki off the northern coast of Greece, there near Turkey.
Which is where we're going for our retreat.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And
Yeah.
I got told about it many years ago by a hippie when I was in Israel, and I made a note in my diary. And 20 years later, I found it. I went there.
Oh, wow.
And I've been going consistently ever since, really.
Right. How long?
Whenever I can.
How long have you been going?
5-6 years, probably. Yeah.
Cool.
It's a little gem because not many people know about it. At least Brits don't know about it. And internationals don't know about it. It's mostly Greek. Greek people who go there, both like regular tourists, but a big kind of, in the positive sense of the hippie alternative culture people go and hang out on Samothraki for the whole summer.
Oh, wow.
And go and live there.
Great.
Yeah.
I've seen that there's a couple of, like, there's a well-being festival that happens on the island, and I know that it's like an after party for a psytrance festival that happens in Thessaloniki as well.
Okay.
So I knew that it was that kind of destination. I spent a bit of time in Paros, 2 summers running in my 20s, and then spent a month in Naxos at the end of that.
You've got a Greek connection as well.
Yeah, I love Greece.
There's something very special about Greece, isn't there?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But there was a community in Naxos where people just showed up and slept in little shelters on the beach for the whole summer, you know.
That's right.
So I know the kind of place that it is, though I've never been to Samothraki.
No.
I have looked at it. I've been stalking it, which is quite easy because it doesn't move.
Well, it's going to stalk you for the rest of your life now.
Yeah,
so
I think so.
I promise you. Yeah.
I from talking to you and other people and looking at it on the internet, it just seems like a really, really special place.
Yeah.
So what for you is really special about it?
I can simplify that by drawing it down to the 3 sources of water you've got there. So on a regular holiday, you might just go to the beach and swim in salty water, right? Well, you can do that in Samothraki, and you can go and splash in the waves. Or you can go and swim in the mountain pools. There's a whole series of cascades coming down the hillside with beautiful, cool pools. So when it's very warm as it is now, right now I've only come back. That's why I got a tan, because I was only there a few days ago. It's really warm now, and so you dive into these beautiful cold waters. It's cold, but because it's so warm outside, you don't feel cold. You just feel alive.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah. Welcome to your body. And you can climb up the mountainside and go into all these various like pools, and it's a great adventure. All of it's an adventure. Going to Samothraki is an adventure. And then you've got mineral waters as well. So you've got hot mineral waters if you need to like get those aches and pains and move those aches and pains.
And that's at Therma, isn't it? Which is right next to the venue, right next to the retreat centre. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that.
You've got dance and swimming and singing, and it's the perfect environment for this kind of thing, because just being there is both an adventure, a release from the rest of the world, and adventure. Just being there is a good thing, you know.
I get the sense that it's a real place of kind of inner transformation, and like that kind of skin shedding, allowing something, which is the theme for our workshop, allowing something to kind of something new to develop from inside, you know, that birthing the new self, that
100%,
kind of thing.
100%. that's what the whole place is about. You come back feeling like, whoa, I've got a new part of myself that I hadn't, you know. I'm just remembering or whatever, or reclaiming, or finding for the first time maybe, but yeah. Like ready for life again. Let's go, come on.
Excellent. So have you come back with that sense of like really getting on with
making
stuff?
it up.
Yeah, brilliant. And so because the island itself is so transformative, I'm thinking because we've only got 4 days in workshop, I wanted to do that, partly because it's the first time I've done it, and it seemed a good idea to just keep it a little bit short, but also my sense is that people might want to come a few days early and leave a few days later.
Do it.
Yeah, so that there's the transition. So already I think we'll talk about the journey in a minute, but I think the journey there is a transition, a transformative experience in itself. And then if you can get 2 or 3 days before the workshop and maybe a few days afterwards, it feels like that is part of the work to me. It's Definitely. Like there'll be this intensity of the workshop where we're working with the energies that are already present in the island, and then you've got some time potentially, if you can take that time out of your schedule, to kind of just prepare for it at the beginning and then let things land and really assimilate things at the end. And so chatting to you the other day, it seems that it's totally possible because you can stay in the venue you can book extra days. I think it's €60 a day for extra nights,
which is about the average for the island.
Yeah, oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And so, but you suggested there might be cheaper ways of extending your stay.
Yeah, I mean, many people go there and just camp. Some for 3 months, you know.
Just wild camping.
Yeah.
So what's that like? Like what kind of spots can you find, and how do people take that?
Well, actually, there's a pre-designated campsite, which is the safest option, because the police do occasionally have crackdowns on the wild camping, and it's a €300 fine if you get caught. I still took a risk. And I find sneaky little corners and just had a hammock. I was just sleeping in a hammock because I didn't even need a tent. I mean, a tent's a good idea because sometimes you have very, very fierce rainstorms.
Oh.
Yeah, hopefully.
Even at this time of year?
Even at this time of year.
Wow.
Maybe a bit later as well. When we're there, September, there'll be rainstorms probably.
Ooh.
And they're wild, and it'd be a great opportunity to just get out and dance.
That sounds amazing.
Because the earth shakes. Literally, poof. Because it's like an echo chamber. The mountain's like an echo chamber to the... And the valleys down are echo chambers, so it's extraordinary. So yeah, camping, you can probably best to go to the official site, but you can sneak away for the odd night and camp out in the wilds if you want to risk it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And whereabouts?
People do.
Yeah. And whereabouts is the official site?
The official site is when you get the bus from the port, it takes you to the official site, and it's just Therma's on a hill, and it's at the bottom of the hill on the beach.
Oh, wow.
It's a pebble beach, but that's forgivable because you've got a free camping permit on the beach.
Yeah.
And the sun goes down. The sun goes down over the beach, so you can have a long, wind golden hour.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It's beautiful.
And, sorry, did you want to say something else?
I would recommend travelling as light as possible. And you can do that these days with if you want a small tent or a sleeping bag or a bivy bag or a hammock. And it's because it's warm, you don't need that much clothing. You don't need that much clothing anywhere on Samothraki because people are walking around naked. Some people, the more hippie element, you will find places where you simply wouldn't do it. You just trust your own judgment, but there's places where people are away from everything, and there's like a unsaid mutual understanding. Everything's cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And so that beach that you mentioned is a pebble beach. Are there sandy beaches as well?
On the other shore, there's beautiful sandy beaches. kind of.
So we'll be on the northish coast, won't we?
Yeah, you're
So which coast would that be?
southern. So
Okay.
it's a lot more sun. It's a lot more full on sun, and it's a lot more
Yeah.
baked. It's like two different islands in a way, but it has its. The other side has its own beauty, and beautiful sandy beaches,
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can get boats around the island, can't you?
Can you? I didn't know that.
Apparently they leave from Ferma. So I was wondering, I don't know if they stop anywhere, but it definitely said boat trips around the island. So,
Okay. Yeah, I've never taken that. What I have done is mopeds.
Okay.
Mopeds are great for getting around into the various beaches and across from the north to the south.
Okay.
And into there's a village in the mountains, a traditional Greek village in the mountains. Horror, yeah. No, is yes, isn't there?
No.
No.
Daki. Ligo Elenica.
Ligo, no.
Yeah, that means a little bit of Greek.
Yes, we're so original. Paripolikala, that's very
Paripolikala.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
People do speak English because they're young people, lots of young people, and if you do meet, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's not an issue. And if you want to, so you can camp, or you can just go and rent another hotel if you don't want to stay in the workshops place, hotel part. There's plenty of other little things, you know. One winter, I went one winter, in like December it was.
Can you get ferries at that time of year?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I was. And I went to Ferma in the middle of winter, and just by chance, and I knocked on a door. And they said, oh yeah, we've got a bed, and it was very cheap because it was like a side annex for like 25 euros or something.
Okay.
And then the old woman came to me and said, I'm sorry, we've only got goat meat and potato for food. And I was like, I love you so much. Is that all you've got? And it was the most delicious meal ever.
Amazing.
Yeah. I've been there in all seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the lemon roasted potatoes. I used to work in a cafe in Paros.
Such a simple thing.
Such a simple thing, but so good.
Just add lemon.
Yeah, amazing.
And maybe a little bit of mustard. Oh, they know how to cook.
Yeah. Great.
So you've got all that, and you've got bars, but not like rowdy bars. You've got where people are just chatting all night.
And they
Groups
like
of Greeks.
live music over in Greece. Is that something in Samothraki?
Yeah, it is. You can. There's live music very near the centre with the traditional.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So no doubt there'll be some Greek dancing whilst everyone's dancing. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I remember hanging out with the young people in Paros and being surprised at they would sing all these kind of like Western pop, alternative type songs, and then they'd break into Greek traditional song, and I was like, we don't do that in the UK, and we do more now. But when I was in my 20s, it was like, no, it's not very cool.
We do know them. Yes, it's in their genetics.
Yeah,
as soon as
so
they
good.
crank it out, everybody's up.
Yeah,
nobody holds back.
Yeah, and there's no like embarrassment about it. Like, you know, I used to feel embarrassed about, you know, I used to go to Kaylee's with my family, but I wouldn't tell my friends, you know, as a teenager.
Yeah. No, it's for old and young alike.
Yeah, great. So the big thing I think that's that people are hesitating around is the travel, and I know it's not like get on a package flight and you know.
Yeah. And if it was, that would be, imagine going to a package tourist resort to do come on.
Yeah, that's my feeling.
Yeah.
And I do understand the convenience, and you know, people have got busy lives, and it when you're in your day-to-day life, it can feel like it's a bigger deal than it actually is. It's my sense.
Yeah.
But I wanted to hear from you about the travel. What are your thoughts about it? I mean, obviously you're very used to traveling, but if you could kind of put yourself into the mindset of somebody who maybe only goes on holiday once or twice a year and isn't necessarily used to kind of navigating transport systems in other cities and that kind of thing. What would you say to somebody like that about A, is it worthwhile? And B, you know, what could you expect?
So yeah, I understand how people might have an anxiety around timing and language and connections. And there is a level of complexity that you wouldn't have in a package holiday thing, yeah. But one thing is that I'll be on the end of the phone. So if you get into trouble, you can phone me, and I'll help you as much as I can. Greek people will help you as much as they can as well.
Yeah.
And once you do it one way, then you've got it under your belt, and then you'll probably do it again and again and again, no doubt. And it's all mapped out. I've shared lots of information with you so that it's all mapped out.
And that's on my website now.
Right, yeah. And it's part of the adventure, it's part of the letting go, it's part of going somewhere that you would never normally go, and British people don't go there. There's no burger bars and kiss me quick hats and Union Jacks and breakfasts, English breakfasts. It's Greek, and that's why it feels totally different. So yeah, I would say let go of the anxiety as much as you can. Trust it will all work out, and you've got backup, and we've got all the information nailed down, and I've done it numerous times. So there you go.
And for me, there's something about. I remember when I first went to Greece, I was on my own travelling as a 21-year-old. And the first thing that happened, I arrived in the early hours of the morning from the airport, got the bus or something, I can't even remember, into Athens. And then I was wandering around Athens at 5 o'clock in the morning, and nobody was around except for like street cleaners, and they didn't speak any English. And I'd been told everybody speaks English in Greece, and nobody I could find spoke any English. And I was like really flustered and really stressed about it. And I got my phrase book out, and I was pointing at things, because this was like before, mobile phones, and managed to find out where Piraeus was, and somehow along the way, putting my Piraeus is where the ferries go, and somewhere along the way, I must have put, taking my rucksack on and off, I must have caught my watch, and I was heading down to the port and trying to find out about ferries, and I looked for my watch and it wasn't there. It was like, oh my God. I was so stressed out with it. I was like, what am I going to do? I haven't got my watch. And I was like, I'm here for as long as I want to be here. And
it's a good sign. You've become timeless. Forget your watch.
Brilliant.
Get rid of it.
And so I went up to the ticket office and I said, when's the next ferry leaving? And they said, this one to Paros. So I went to Paros, and it completely changed my life. And there's something that happens when you're traveling, and you can surrender to the synchronicities and be open, and just, it's such incredible things have happened for me when I've been traveling. And I would say for me, that's a big part of it's the workshop itself. The workshop officially begins once we all get together on the Saturday afternoon in the centre, but actually there's so much happens on the journey, and it'll be unique as well for each person, and so we're all going to arrive with our own kind of stories of travel, and that to me is really special.
You've made the extra effort.
And
then things happen that you've got no control over, which is great. Having said that, the Greek transport system is modern, and it generally runs on time.
So what is it, you get to the airport and then you take a bus, is it?
There's a bus direct from the airport to another bus station where you get the bus out to the port city of Alexandroupolis.
That's the K-Tel, is it?
That's the K-Tel bus,
Okay. And that takes, now I've had different, I found somewhere it was 3 hours, I found somewhere else it was 3 hours 45 minutes.
It's like
around that.
You see, I'm doing a Greek face. It's like
Avrio, Metavrio.
Avrio, no.
Which means tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
But the buses do run on time. That's my experience, because it's a modern European commercial.
And I think there's 8 buses a day, aren't there?
Yeah, and about 4 hours was one of the journeys. So
3-4 hours.
3-4 hours. Yeah, you do it, relax. Come on.
And what's the journey like? Like what do you see out the window? Is it a nice journey?
It is, yeah. It's through northern Greece. It's through Thrace, which is the historical name of it. So you transition from like hilly land to more flat agricultural lands, and then towards Turkey you get into places where there's small Islamic communities that have been left after the exchange of populations. It's both, Islam history there.
Yeah.
So you can see remnants of what it was like in the Ottoman occupation. And there's a beautiful town called Kavala, which was like it's a port, and it's where the Ottoman Empire, the Vizar, the head man, was stationed. Very famous. I can't remember his name right now, but
and does the bus stop in these places?
The bus, does it stop in Kavala? No, I think it's just keeps going. You just keep going. But if you wanted to slow down, or if you would if you've taken the decision to go and hire a car rather than take the bus, I think most people take the bus. But if friends of mine have definitely hired cars to go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then you can get your car on the ferry.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
It costs a bit more though, doesn't it, to get
Of
the ferry?
course, yeah. Just depends what your budget is.
I have my dog here, and he's just saying hello to somebody. I was like, he sounds a bit distressed. Is he all right? But he's just saying hello to somebody.
He's having a nice time.
So, sorry. So, it costs a bit more. It's only €9, I think, for the ferry if you're a foot passenger. But was it 36 or something with a car? It's all on the website, but yeah, I think it's €9. It says on the website €9 for a foot passenger.
Wow.
Which is pretty damn good, really, isn't it?
Yeah. The return bus ticket from Thessaloniki to Alexandroupoli for me was 55.
Oh, was it?
Return ticket.
Oh, return. Okay, yeah, because that's
it's
about
an open
35,
return. That's
isn't it?
important. So you don't need to stress about when you're actually coming back.
They're good at that, aren't they? Like, you can't buy tickets in advance very easily in Greece, can you? Because it's just like they don't do this thing of buy it early and it's cheaper. It's just, it's a price and you pay it. Right. As far as I can see.
That's true for the bus tickets, yeah.
Yeah, great. So you get the bus to Alexandroupoli, and the ferry's actually on the Saturday, which is the day we start, is at 8 o'clock. But the day before, the Friday, it's at 3 o'clock. So depending on your flight time, if you arrived on, I think it's Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, it's 3 o'clock, but the timetable's on the website, but on my website. But, so if your flight arrives early enough, you could potentially get from Thessaloniki to Alexandroupoli in time for a ferry. But you might, in a day.
If you arrive very early,
Yes, but it depends on your flight time. So you might have to have a stopover in Alexandroupoli. So what would you say about? Have you ever done that? Or Thessaloniki, yes. Yeah. But then, it depends on the ferry times.
Yeah.
So tell us about that then, because I've never stayed overnight in either place. I've been through them.
Okay. Well, both are packed full of hotels and guest houses and
so it's easy.
Airbnbs.
And it's
just
like
get on
60,
one of the regular
€70.
websites.
Yeah,
60, 70. Out of season, you might find it a bit cheaper.
Okay,
you might,
September.
Yeah. Or if you're really adventurous, I've camped in the port area.
Oh,
There's
really?
little beaches. It's not very nice, but I've just found this quiet corner and camped.
Yes.
Yeah.
I camped under the Acropolis once, and I wouldn't do that again.
The things you done when you're young.
So I mean, I have done that camping in cities thing, and it's a bit dodgy, really. But probably easier if you're a bloke.
Definitely.
But then, so like we're talking 60, €70 for a room. Is it like, if you're travelling with somebody else? I mean, you travel on your own.
That makes it easier.
It's
much
cheaper.
So half that. Thing,
So is it a price for a room usually? Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So.
And you've got shops and restaurants in Alexandroupoli. You've got a camping shop.
Okay.
If you don't want to bring it all with you, and you just want to buy a tent and leave it, because you can get a sleeping bag for €20.
Right.
Or whatever.
And you wouldn't need a super duper sleeping bag because it's so warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is all good information. And so you're in Alexandroupoli. The bus station is 5 minutes walk from the port.
Yeah.
Then you turn up at the port and you just buy a ticket there.
Yeah.
because you can buy tickets in advance online, but it seems like that's not really
Whatever you
needed.
choose, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then the ferry takes 1 hour 45 minutes to get across.
Yeah.
And
I have experienced not being able to get the return ticket on the exact ferry that I wanted.
okay.
So if you're a person who's got to stick to absolutely, I've got to be back at work,
yeah.
get your return ferry ticket when you buy your outward journey.
Okay, that's good advice.
Book yourself on.
Yeah, because if
But
people
if you're
don't want to
free
miss
and
flights, we don't want people missing flights.
Yeah,
It'd
yeah.
turn a lovely holiday into a stressful experience.
Yeah, because definitely.
Yeah, okay. So then, as you're arriving to Samothraki, tell us about the port, because I've travelled around various Greek islands, and there's always that excitement when you start to see the island in the distance, and then you get a bit closer, and then you see the port, and you can see what's happening on the land, and I love that moment. So what can
the
you say
approach
about
is
that?
beautiful because it's a mountain in the sea, rising out of the sea. So and you just get closer and closer and closer. It's particularly beautiful at night, travelling at night if you happen to be on one of the later ferries.
Right.
Although that was for the winter, so that's probably not going to be applicable here.
Yeah, sure.
And then it's just a little Greek villagey type feel.
Okay.
With some Greek tourist facing businesses and little restaurants, and everyone's very friendly.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, there's that island community type feel. Very friendly, lovely people. Sometimes you have to make the first move in order to break the persona, but once you've made that's it. Once the first move's made, it's
okay.
Yeah.
Great. And the main town is actually Hora, isn't it? I read that was because of the Turks coming and raiding the island historically, and so they built the main town up away from the port, so it was less visible.
That's right. Yeah, Hora's the capital. That's the traditional village up in the mountains, which is a wonderful trip out.
Okay.
Especially in the evening when it's cooler and everyone's relaxing. The music comes out.
Nice.
If you happen to be there when there's a festival.
Okay.
Brilliant. And there's lots of festivals in Greek.
Well, they have all the Greek Orthodox religious festivals, don't they?
Exactly, yeah. And they always turn into something more.
Fab.
Family gatherings.
Lots of muso and...
Yeah, and there's lots of musicians on the island. It draws musicians.
Great.
Yeah.
And so what would you say is the difference between the port town, which is, what's that called?
Can't remember right now.
I don't remember. I've looked at it, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
So the port town and Hora, what's the difference in feel between the two of them?
Well, Hora feels more like a traditional mountain village, where you've got to make the extra effort to move around. It's got little narrow streets, and it's beautiful actually. And lots of little boutique-y things, boutique-y stuff going on, and family-owned homes where it's just their holiday home for the summer.
Because people
but
come
they've been
across,
doing it generation after generation after generation, so it's home for them, and you can feel that. And then the port town is more like a port town, so it's busier, it's got more traffic, it's got
Sure.
And
then what about Therma?
Therma's just chalera. It's just cigar. Polly cigar.
Slowly. Cool. And it's got the spa. So have you been to the spa?
Yeah, the hot waters. Yeah.
So is that like you have to pay a certain amount and go in?
It's all free.
So you can just turn up?
Yeah.
What's it like?
There's two different places right next to each other, and they're there's hot springs coming out of the rock. You can see the hot spring coming out of the rock, and then the water's channeled into bathing pools.
Amazing. And it's all just, you can just show up.
Day or night, any hour. Wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and just go, okay, I'm going to lay in the pool and the starlight. And and the starlight is, it's a dark place.
Light pollution.
There's no light pollution at all.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait
You're
to
relaxing
go.
already.
Excellent.
No.
Cool.
No.
Is there anything else that you would you think would be an interesting or useful thing for anyone that was going to go?
If you want to buy food, there's a supermarket there in Therma.
Okay. And there's fridges in the rooms.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get everything extra you need.
Yeah. So we'll have all the meals provided for us as part of the workshop. But if people wanted to stay for an extra few days, they could get their own food and keep it in the fridge, or they can go out and eat in Therma or wherever as well. But yeah, so supermarket. Anything else?
Just to reiterate that I'm here if you have any queries or questions or concerns, and you can telephone me or email me or whatever, and we'll publish that somewhere so that's accessible.
Yeah, I'll send it out
when
I'll send it out in the the advance information, like a week or two before we arrive, so you've got all the information that you need to get in touch with us. One thing that I'm considering as well, depending on what I hear from participants, is certainly we can come and meet you in Therma and walk you to the venue. But we might be able to meet you from the port, because there's only one ferry a day, so it wouldn't be that wouldn't be a difficult thing to come and meet you and accompany you to the venue. And potentially we could even come and meet you in Alexandropoli, potentially, but that all remains to be seen and depends on the needs of the people coming. So I just wanted to put that in as a, if someone...
We can hold hands when necessary.
Yeah. Cool. And we could also help you to liaise with one another, so that you can maybe meet in Thessaloniki and travel over together and stay in the same hotel if you needed to, that kind of thing. I have had a look. I was looking to see if I could recommend places to stay in Alexandropoli or Thessaloniki, but there are so many, and there didn't seem to be much between them.
So it's only for a night or two. I
think somewhere close to where you need to be, so either close to the bus station in Thessaloniki or the airport if you're on your way back, or close to the port, makes sense in Alexandropoli. Cool. And once you're on the island, of course, you said something about getting a moped potentially, or hiring a car.
I really recommend getting a moped, because it's cool. It cools you down a bit, and it's just riding along with the sea on one side. But if you don't want to do that and you've got a massive suitcase, then there's a bus that lines up with the ferry times, and you can get. I read somewhere you can get taxis, but you have to book them in advance, because there's only about 3 on the island. Or have a coffee and wait.
Cigar. Get into the Greek vibe. Slowing down.
Totally. Slowing down.
Cool.
Slowing down to yourself. Ba-bum.
Slowing down to yourself.
Yeah, I just made that up.
I like that.
It's embarrassing. There you go.
Efaristo Parapoli. Excellent. Orea. Great. Okay. Well, I think that's everything, and we've been chatting for half an hour. Wow. It's just I could go on forever. Do you not think?
Nah.
If you do watch the end, let us know, because I'm intrigued. Excellent. Well, we look forward to seeing you in Samothraki in September. If you've got any other questions, just get in touch. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Yasu.